Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you today. We're on the Big Island of Hawaii on the west coast, and right behind me is the oldest Hawaiian village known in the state of Hawaii. We're going to take a look around, and we also got some new UFO videos just into Third Phase of the Moon. Let's get to it. Right, we've come across this basically a homestead. It's amazing that this location is over 700 years old, and we found this rock formation. We're looking through and it's unbelievable. It's actually some kind of dome of rocks making its way along this path, and it's incredible. It's still standing after all these years, these intricate rocks in a dome. I don't know what the exact purpose is. Maybe somebody could tell me in the comments below. Why would they build this? What is the reason? And it's incredible. They just look like boulders. I didn't know that there was a tunnel hidden within a pile of rocks. Quite incredible. We're gonna go take a look around. Come on. What we're looking at here is basically the foundation to an old Hawaiian home, known as a hale for ancient Hawaiian terms. But when I came outside of their hale, I noticed this, an incredible rock, and to me it resembles an old chair. I could imagine a Hawaiian looking out to the Pacific Ocean, studying the stars on how to navigate his way back to the other islands. I'm not gonna sit on it out of respect, but it's an incredible find. Imagine how they just formed this chair just to build it out of stone. Incredible. All right, walking along the trail, we came across this, and what it is a 700-year-old sink, what the Hawaiians would use to clean their fish or pound their poi. We could see that this is all inlaid, grounded down by a stone, and created this bowl-like structure. What an amazing piece. And apparently, it seems to me, the old ancient Hawaiians had their time to play as well. This entire location is dedicated to basically sport or mind games such as this. It's known as Hawaiian checkers, and what's incredible is that they played this 700 to 800 years ago with no Eastern or Western influence. They thought of it by themselves. An incredible design. As you can see, they put inlaid punctures so you could replace the stones and then take the stones. It's basically the modern version of today's checkers. Incredible. All right, walking along the path, we found a dozen or so rocks of inlaid bowls, and we see an acquirement of what we're looking here is a salt. They use this to pretty much salt their fish and do their descaling here, and then preserve the fish itself with the catchment of salt. It's pretty cool. Now we're going to our next UFO videos that just came into Third Phase of the Moon. Let's check them out right now.
We're looking at the video a little closer, and what was captured in LaPorte, Indiana is still a mystery to this day. This is a MUFON report. We're trying to get in touch with the person who shot it. He says there's lights in the skies. Obviously, he doesn't know what the heck it is, and I want to get your guys' opinion. It seems to be very stationary, and it seems out of place. What the heck is it doing out there in the middle of the farm in Indiana? It's no indication of commercial airline or commercial aviation. In my opinion, this thing is out of place. It seems to me like a UFO, and I wish we had more video. So if you were in LaPorte, Indiana of recent times and you experienced something very strange, you let us know right here at Third Phase Moon, because this is incredible. Or could it be flares, some kind of military exercise? To me, I think it looks like one craft. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I want to get your thoughts. Now, let's get back to this Hawaiian ancient village.
So a little peek into the past. Approximately 800 years ago, this is what it looked like living here, enjoying the pristine environment, seeing what it's all about. It's incredible. I'm just gonna stick around. I'm gonna keep my eyes in the skies. We're gonna see if anything goes down.
But in the meanwhile, we go to the other side of the island on the Hamakua coast. We also have updates from Antarctic via Google Earth and some UFO sightings. Check it out. We wanted to do something special. We've heard on the Hamakua coast that there is some kind of UFO activity just right here on the big island of Hawaii, not too far away from where we live. So my brother and I, we set out on course to get to this basically undisclosed location. We don't want to reveal the exact spot at this moment until we get some evidence. We want to bring in people from around the world to this exact spot so they could for themselves see the UFO phenomenon. So, wow, let's get to it. We got a lot of videos coming in via our Facebook as well that we're going to get to as we go on this UFO hunt adventure together. Welcome everybody from around the world. This is going to be quite exciting. So, we arrive at our destination. It's not too far from where we live, like I said, and we got to get our equipment. We've brought some specialty equipment along on this journey, and it is quite exciting. The new technology nowadays, we have drones, we have GPS, we have everything that is at our fingertips, and it is quite exciting in this time of age to be a UFO hunter. So Brent's getting the calibrations set up on the drone. We've got the 35mm set up. We're going to be taking pictures along with HD video as we roll down to the location of this UFO hotspot. But before we get to that, let's get to the Antarctica. We've got these photos coming in via Google Earth of what people are claiming to say that what looks to be some kind of flying saucer, a cylindrical disc of some sort entering the ice layer of the Antarctica. Coming in from Stockholm, Sweden. Daniel shares this, a Google Earth image, and he's claiming that there's some kind of flying saucer in massive proportions entering the ice layer of the Antarctic. I want to get your opinions below, and I've got my brother here, Brent Cousins, and I want to get his opinion of what Danielle submitted right here at Third Phase Moon. Is this some kind of illusion, or is this the real deal? Brent, what do you make of this Google Earth image?
Blake, what we're looking at is real. To say if they're actual disc flying saucers, well, that's another thing. We're looking at this up close. I like the way we're rotating this right now, and they do look like disc, actually. They're cylindrical. They seem to be parked right in the ice layer of the Antarctic. Could this be what Corey Good's talking about, a transport device? Hard telling, but it's definitely something to look at.
Absolutely. Now, let's get back to the hunt. We are finally at our destination. This is quite a spiritual place here on the Big Island, and we have the drone out. We're going to be shooting with a GoPro Hero 3, and we're going to launch from this amazing location where people have said over the years that there have been many UFO sightings entering and exiting the Pacific Ocean right off the coast of the Big Island. The depths of the ocean right off the Hamakua coast is at unbelievable depths. It's basically the most deepest parts of the ocean right here off the Pacific Big Island of Hawaii. We've got the drone. Brent's pulling it out. It's getting quite windy and exciting right now. Hold on. Before we get to the drone footage, let's go to Joe Rodriguez from Los Angeles. He captured of what looks to be some kind of triangular shaped craft over California. Alright, so we've looked at Joe's footage. He's submitted a lot of footage over the years. He's a private investigator. He has his eyes on the skies, but what do you think he captured? I want to get your opinions below, people. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Blake, some would say this is the TR-3B, or could it be Chinese lanterns? We're not sure. Joe's really thinking that it's something special, and Joe's a really good hunter at third phase, so I'm going to leave it at that and let the people decide.
Now back on the hunt, Brent has the drone off the Hamakua coast, and it's quite windy. There's a major updraft coming up along the cliffs. These cliffs are about 200 to 300 feet steep at certain points, and it's not easy to control this. The GPS is tricky around here. There's not always GPS stabilization from satellites onto our drone, so it gets tricky. What we're looking for are anomalies under the surface of the water for some kind of maybe cave or entry to some kind of portal to a UFO base. The drone's having a really hard time up there in the winds. Brent's controlling it quite well. He's quite experienced pilot, but wow, this is kind of sketchy, so I think we captured what we need on the drone. Then all of a sudden, we hear a helicopter right in the exact area where we were just about flying our drone. That's one of the reasons why we brought it down. But what is this helicopter doing out in the middle of nowhere? Brent starts to take some pictures of this, and then all of a sudden there's a second helicopter coming our way. So two helicopters within about 30 seconds of each other. And now things start to get strange. There are anomalies popping up. Brent starts taking pictures, and we managed to capture these strange anomalies in a few frames. We're going to get it zoomed up, close up of this still photograph Brent managed to capture. Brent, what do you think he captured here?
Blake, it's not a bird. I don't know what it is. It's an anomaly. This is exciting. I'm glad we're actually on the location capturing anomalous objects where we need to see them. This is exciting.
We will be back to this location, and we'll bring some night vision. Maybe more people can join us on this incredible location off the Hamakua coast of the Big Island. Wow, we got to pack it up. It's our pleasure to bring you this UFO hunt. Stay tuned for more updates, and this was quite exciting. Thanks for tagging along, everybody. Keep your eyes on the skies. Be safe. Blake Cousins. Thanks, Brent.
Third
We'll see you again next time.
phase of moon.